Part 10, Falling for the Narcissist. So wedding preparations are ringing. Randy has his stay at this point. You know, he's got his visa. He's allowed to stay in the country, thanks to me. And, you know, so he knows like another family, you know, pastor, priest that has a church. And this priest, he tells this priest, look, we want to get married. So the priest is like, listen, I don't really want to do this wedding for you because I don't really know what you're trying to do here. I don't want the Home Office sniffing around telling me that I'm hosting sham marriages and stuff like that. So he had to like reassure this family member, this family friend of theirs, like, but he's a priest, that he's not trying to do a sham marriage, that this is like genuinely love or whatever, even though we have like a 16 to 17 year age gap and stuff like that. He's like, it's not a sham marriage. He's already got his stay in the country technically, so we're not getting married because of that, basically. So he agrees to do the marriage for us. And yeah, I go out to Westfield and I go to like buy, like try and look for a white dress to wear. Couldn't find one, ended up like finding a jumpsuit to wear. You know, I had the same weave in my hair from like before the child was even born. Like I'm still like having the same weave. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why am I accepting so low for myself? Like, this is my wedding. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always imagined this to be like a glorious day. And I know it's not like about the party and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Like, you know, family and friends and all that. But yeah, like I'm literally buying an 80-pound jumpsuit. I've got my same weave in. Like, I'm just about doing my own nails and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, it's a struggle marriage, honey. It's a struggle marriage. Okay, so I'm doing the struggle marriage now, and I'm just like praying for a sign. I just want a sign. I don't know what sign I was hoping for, but I just wanted a sign, like, I don't know, maybe if a stranger had come up to me, I'd have seen it like, you know, an angel saying, Zara, do not marry him or something. I don't know. I just wanted something because I'm just being told this is the right thing to do. Get right with God. God can be on your side. He will fight for you if you marry this man or whatever. And I'm thinking, damn, I need the covering of God. If he kills children. You know what I'm saying? He kills children if you don't be married. So I need to get married, even though I know like this is not my match. Like energetically, I can't stand him. I fucking can't stand this man. He's cheap. He's horrible. He's ugly inside and out. He's just not a nice person. Okay. But again, at this point, I don't have my shit together. I don't have my own home. I don't have my own money. I don't have my own car even. I don't have anything. Like, this is not the position you need to be in when you're, like, trying to escape from an abusive person. This is why I always say you must have your shit together as a woman, okay? You must have your own house. You must have your own car. You must have your own place. So if somebody tries to put you in a situation, you know you can get out of that situation, okay? But I didn't have any of that. And I was fully dependent on, Randy and his abusive pastor or prophet, whatever. So he told us to get married now. There was like one person in attendance because you need a person as a witness to come. He coerced my dad to come down. So he told my dad, oh, just come down. We're doing something. He didn't tell him we're getting married though. But he told my dad to like get ready and come down to the registry hall or the wedding, basically. So my dad gets there and we're like already like in full swing. Okay. My dad didn't say anything because my dad is he was a stroke patient. So my dad didn't have words. He couldn't talk. Okay. My dad couldn't talk. He couldn't do certain things. Okay. Because he was a stroke survivor, should I say. So he was a bit confused himself, thinking, what's going on? Okay, you're getting married. Okay, sort of thing. So my dad didn't know what was going on. But he knew that we'll get married now because Randy always told me the only person I can trust in my whole family is my dad. That's the only person. But I feel like Randy selected my dad just because my dad couldn't talk at the time. So yeah. Dad came down and then one of his aunties, like his mom's best friend, and those were the only witnesses that were there. We got married. Again, nothing special after. We just went out for like a Chinese, I think, Chinese food after. Yeah, not very exciting, I know. And yeah, the fights continued. Yay, Same thing, Randy just doing nonsense, he's just not, treating me right, same old, same old. And, he's like, yeah, we should definitely try for another child. And I'm just like, my child just died. I'm not like, I have zero interest in having another child. He's like, yeah, you need to check that it's not you, it's not your womb. You've heard of those people that always miscarry at like, the same gestation. Every time they get pregnant, they lose the baby. Every time they get pregnant, they lose the baby. You need to make sure you're not one of those people that has that problem. Maybe, I don't know, I had a friend back in the day, and every time she got pregnant, her cervix used to open. Her cervix used to open every single time. So, sorry, somebody is just trying to call me. Let me just let it ring out. So her cervix used to open. So I began to think, oh my God, do I have that problem? That sort of thing. So he basically like, was like, yeah, we need to get pregnant. So, we ended up like, consecrating the marriage. And yeah, I cried because I was like, I really don't want another child. I really, really don't. Like, I really can't go through that again. Like, it's just too much. I just don't want to even think about children and conceiving and having babies. Like right now, I really can't. But, he told me that, yeah, I need to get pregnant and whatever. And I did. So eventually, even though all the fights have started and stuff like that, I'm married now. I'm pregnant now as well. He's like, yeah, we're going to vindicate these, these evil people in your family that have done this to you. They're just jealous because none of them have ever been married before, which is not true, by the way. But he used to try and like put these ideas into my head that, I'm cursed. I'm a cursed woman. There's a generational curse upon me that I'm not supposed to get married or whatever, that sort of thing. He always used to say shit like that. Rewinding a little bit as well, because I've just noticed I had a few notes that I wanted to pick up, right? And I completely forgot that before, this is like before I got married, I believe. I just believe, like when I was pregnant with Zephaniah, he actually said, okay, now that you're pregnant with Zephaniah, let's go and look for a new house, because obviously this little studio situation is not the one, right? So we begin looking for flats. We go and check out a few flats. We want a 2-bedroom house or flat because obviously we want our room and the baby's room and stuff like that. So we start looking. I found one that I really, really liked in Bromley, and it was really nice, and I was like, yes, I definitely want to live here. It was absolutely gorgeous. I can imagine the baby's room as well. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to like seal the deal or whatever. So I leave it with him, and he's like talking to the estate agent and stuff. And then he's like, oh yeah, the deal fell through with that flat, or with this flat, that happened with this flat. So there was always something why we couldn't move into a flat. The same thing with a car. He's like, you shouldn't be taking the train to go to university. You shouldn't be taking the train. I'm going to buy you a car. And he'd always promise he's going to buy me like a Mini Cooper. I am still waiting for that Mini Cooper. Okay. I'm still waiting. So he would like call up the car dealerships and be like, hey, do you still have that Mini Cooper? Yeah, I'm trying to buy it for my wife and all of this kind of stuff. How much is the deposit? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can I come see the car? Can we test drive it? Da, da, da. So I'm thinking in my heart, like, oh yeah, I'm getting a new car, or, we're going to move house or whatever. So he always takes you right to the edge, just like the thing I was saying about the Schengen visa. Like, if you don't have the means to go to France, you don't have the documentation to go to France, why are you filling out a whole visa application and telling me, let's go to France? Why, if you don't have the means to take this apartment, why are you phoning the estate agents and telling them, yeah, let's wrap this up. I really want that flat, or yes, let me put in an offer for that car or whatever. But till today, I'm still waiting for that car. Okay, so those are the kind of things that he used to do. He used to drag you right to the edge, so you really, really believe that he's going to do the thing that he said that he's going to do, and then he will never fulfill, he will never come through with it.